Hey y'all, wonderful morning. I hope everybody's waking up to a great day. The sun is shining. Let's put a foot forward and just try to be our best version of ourselves today. I wanted to touch on one of the drugs that I played around with that had some pretty significant impacts in quite a few things. Methamphetamine is brutal, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it change people that I've grown up with. Anybody that knows people that are drug addicts can probably say this. But meth is one of the worst. Meth is one of the worst. And I can tell you why. I can even tell you why scientifically why meth is one of the worst. Meth releases mass amounts of dopamine. Um, and we have receptors that absorb that shit. And when we flood our brains with these chemicals that feel good and feel good and feel good, our receptors that are taking these in, they burn out. And so, like, nature and God gave us this wonderful system where dopamine rewards us for things that benefit us, that promote us to survive. If you're out and it's hot and you're sweating, you've been working, and somebody hands you a glass of ice water, that may just be ice water. But I'm gonna tell you what, when you take drinks of that ice water, your brain's gonna release little amounts of dopamine, saying, "Hey, you're doing good. That's the right thing. That's what we need right now." And it does that in all regards. We need to procreate, we need to eat, we need to feel good, we need love. We need all these things on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We need these things, and so God's given a reward system that rewards us for doing things that benefit us. Like I said, unfortunately, there are other things that can induce these chemicals, and as I said, methamphetamine, as with most drugs, even down to a cigarette and everything else, release these chemicals. Then we get used to it, especially if people are daily meth users or routinely meth users. They use these chemicals that floods their brains, and it literally burns out the receptors. So then you no longer get the dopamine from them cold water or that good meal or that family time or them things that naturally release dopamine. We can't detect it no more. It's not putting near enough off for us to even register in a lot of times. And so if you instill this as a routinely thing, you're gonna get numb. You're gonna get to where nothing feels good. Nothing feels good except that next kick. And we could just discuss the repercussions of meth addiction. I've had my short little windows with it, and it was so detrimental to me that if I were to have actively used for, months, I would be dead. Well, and I did actively use for months. But I mean, like daily, meth was never my kick. I already got anxiety. For some, it induces some meth-induced psychosis pretty bad for me. I drug my toe off, that foot right there. I got on a bender one week, whatever it was, and I had been sitting for days thinking where the cops were watching me, and I created all these stories in my head and all this fear and all this anxiety till at some point I just got up and I said, well, I'm going to go look for them. And I literally drug my toes off down the road. I drug them down to where they had to be amputated due to osteomyelitis, infection of the bone. I can't feel, and I was just dragging it down the road unaware. And I mean, I've been hit by a car going out to Dollar General on the highway with my dog on my lap. Car was going 50. I got airlifted off the highway. This isn't even my accident that injured me. Um, and I could go on about how I would lay and just be scared, like looking at the ceiling, watching fingers of smoke, of dark smoke, and whether that was because I was pushing to the boundaries of death, or what it was, I was scared, and I laid like that day after day, night after night, until I fired and wired these signals and these pathways in my brain of paranoia, of fear, of anxiety, of just hell. And I fired and wired until I created neurological networks, and then the networks, they stay highways. And you can turn your head and you can look the other way, and as long as you keep focusing your energy that way, you'll do good. But if you ever get triggered or you resort back to that highway still there, it will, and it will fire and wire again. So, go ahead. Anyway, I just wanted to say something about methamphetamine because I've just been hearing stories about people I grew up with, um, not appropriate to even talk about. And it's just sad, and it just hurts me because we're in a small community. We're down here, and I guess that's the addiction knows no bounds. So, I mean, it's just sad, and it really bothered me, some of the stuff I heard. And I just wish that people could understand. And if you are in that place in life, don't give up and think that that's all there is, because it just takes you time to come back down, man. It just takes you time to get back to where you get enjoyment out of the sunshine. You get enjoyment out of little animals, and making your girlfriend feel good, and making your dog feel better when she don't feel good. I mean, those are just small examples that help me. But find your way, man. I love y'all. And I'm sorry for any of y'all that are struggling or having a hard time. I know it's not easy, and just know that there is hope out there, and there are people that want to talk. I mean, hell, shoot me a comment on my stuff. I don't know what I'd be able to do, but I just want to help. I just want to help. I love y'all. I want y'all to have a great day. I'm sorry for any struggles that you're enduring right now. This too shall pass. I assure you that no matter how bad it is, that you can still find purpose and meaning in life. Take care. I love y'all.